Hey guys, and welcome to this One Generation video. In this video we'll be talking about the GPX wheel. Now before we get started, I'd like to say that this wheel is only for PC. Before I bought this, I did think that it was able to work on Xbox or PS4, but I've tried it and it definitely doesn't work, so just make sure that this is connected to a PC. So first of all, let's talk about Simucube, the company that makes this wheel. Now, they make other wheels other than this, that's very good at contacting you. So if you want a query about a wheel, then they will contact you straight away if you have any questions. I'll also leave a link in the description if you want to check out the website yourself. So before we talk about the wheel, I'd like to explain what this wheel is based on. Now this wheel is based on the Mercedes F1 wheel. I'll put a picture up now so you can have a look. But this wheel is based off an actual F1 wheel if you want to check that out. So let's take a closer look at the wheel. Now this wheel is fully customizable. You can email Simucube to change whatever you like, which I think is a great perk of the wheel. But let's have a look at each button individually. So these are easy, very easy to change. There is no chance of changing anything during the game, which in turn will probably make you faster in game. But as you can see here, DRS, this doesn't have to be a DRS, that can be changed in game or out of game if you email the company itself. Okay, one thing I did want to talk about, which other YouTubers or other reviewers don't talk about, is what buttons are actually on the wheel. So first we have the diff entry. This is for the entry of the corner. We then have radio, which you can press to talk to your engineer. OT, now this is up for discussion, but I currently use it as the overtake button. TO, again this is up for discussion, but I currently use it for tyre temperature. We then have brake bias, which you can change in game. Page minus. Regen, that is regen of the battery. Now the bottom four down here, I currently use for the menus to select, enter, or next, or previous. We then have the three encoders in the middle. Dash page I use in game to change the page of the MFD. Throttle, I currently use this for the battery. Fuel mix, I use this to change the three fuel mixtures, whether it be lean, standard, or rich. DRS, I use this when I'm in 1 second from the car in front in a DRS zone. PL, I use that as the pit limiter when I'm coming into the pits. Delta, well, I'm not 100% sure what you could use this for in game. I currently use it to bring up the MFD. Peak brake bias, that is pretty obvious, it is the peak brake bias. Page plus, that is to change the page. Deploy, that is to see how much ERS you want to deploy during a lap. And finally, diff preload, I use this to change the diff coming out of a corner. But I think one thing which is very good about this wheel is the LED screen. Now I'll turn this on now. So as you can see on the LED screen, it is very clear. There's no chance of misreading anything when you're looking at the screen in game. It comes with everything that you need to know while racing. It comes with your current time. It also comes with your delta and also your fuel level and battery level if you're playing F1 games. If you're playing other games, I'm not 100% sure what the LED screen shows. I haven't played any other games other than the F1 game. I am looking to play other games such as sim racing or iRacing games. Okay, one thing I do want to talk about is how to change the LEDs on the wheel. Now to do this, you will need something called the FanOLED software. I'll leave a link in the description. What you can do on this software is change when the LEDs are used during the game. It is quite complicated at first, but if you use the help menus, it does make it quite easy to use. You can change what colour lights flash on your wheel during the lap, or you can also change what colour the LEDs do come up when you're using the rev counter. So let's have a look at the back of the wheel. So this is a dual clutch wheel, which you can customise on the website. It's upshift and downshift, and two clutches here which you can also change in game. So let's talk about the price. The price of this wheel with no add-ons is £2,399. If you select the dual clutches on the back of the wheel, it costs £2,599. Now a question I think that will be asked a lot is the dual clutch worth it on the back of the wheel? Well, to add this it costs £200. But do I think it's worth £200 extra? Well, I'm not still 100% sure. This is something you sort of have to figure out for yourself. But if you want the most realistic item, then you definitely want to add the dual clutches on the back of the wheel. Upon purchasing this wheel, it does take up to 4 weeks for the item to be made and delivered to you. This is because they make each part from scratch. But more importantly, let's talk about how to connect this to a wheelbase. So this wheel does connect to a Fanatec wheelbase or a Simucube wheelbase. Now I've only used this on the Fanatec DD1 wheelbase. However, it is quite confusing to use on that wheelbase. You will need a Fanatec podium hub, which I'll put on screen now. One thing I did find hard with this connection is that it's very hard to screw on and off. So bear that in mind when purchasing. However, one thing I will state is you will need to contact Simucube to what you want to connect it to. They will send you one of these, which is an adapter to connect to whatever you want. Now if you want to connect it to a Fanatec wheel, this is the one they will send you. I'm not 100% sure on Simucube, I will let you know in the description. Now this comes with different holes which you can attach screws to. So the inside screws here will attach to the wheel and the outside will attach to the wheelbase. This is also free of charge if you contact Sim Engineering in advance. I want to talk about what this wheel comes with. It comes with a sticker set which you can attach stickers over the wheel. I wouldn't recommend doing this though, as it is quite fiddly and it's really hard to get the stickers straight onto the wheel. It also comes with this wire. Now this wire is quite confusing when you first see it. It connects to this, which you can also attach to the PC USB. So once that's done, there's no other connections you need to do. It is fairly easy once you get it. So why is this wheel so good? Well, it is based on an F1 wheel, so if you're really into F1, then this is the wheel for you. It is based on the Mercedes wheel, like I said before. But is there much change in performance? Well, not really. Of course, you can change these very easily during the race, which I guess gives you a slight advantage. However, there is no direct increase instantly, which will, when I used it, I didn't find at all. I used the Fanatec F1 wheel before this, and my time has changed literally nothing. So yeah, if you want the best performance, then I wouldn't recommend this wheel. I would recommend this wheel if you want the most realistic experience. As you can see, it is based off an F1 wheel. Anyway, that about wraps up this video. Stay safe guys, I'll see you all soon.